Welcome back to the Finance for Families channel. My name is Linda Makatiani. Now, Safaricom is in the market for yours and my money in the form of a bond offer. Now, before we decide whether to give our money through investing in this bond and how much of it to invest, I would want us to go through the key features of this bond so that we can make that decision from an informed point of view. Now, this is a green bond that is issued by Safaricom. It being a bond means when you invest every year, they're promising to pay you coupon, as is with all the other bonds. It being a green bond means then that what they are promising is 100% of the money pulled from this bond is going to go towards green, environmental friendly projects that they are currently running. And they have shared a link there that you can get more information on these projects. This is a 5-year bond. That means from 2025, maturity is 2030. So you'll be putting your money and on a yearly basis up until 2030. Safaricom would be paying you interest at a rate of 10.4% per annum up until 2030 on maturity, where they'll pay you the last interest payment and give you back your principal amount. Now, they are looking for up to 15 billion shillings, but with a green shoe option of 5 billion. This means that in case of oversubscription and they get more than 15 billion, they can take up to an extra 5 billion shillings. Now, minimum investment is 50,000 with increments of 10,000. So you can do 50, you can do 60, you can do 90, you can do 100. It being a corporate bond, then this is a senior unsecured bond. Now, a senior basically means that Safaricom will pay for this bond before it pays any other lower ranking debt that they have. Unsecured just means there's no collateral for this bond, so they are banking on the good name that the company has, the size of the company, the history of the company, and all that. Now, it's going to be listed on the Nairobi Securities Exchange, so as an investor, if at some point within the 5 years you'd want to come and sell, you can be able to do that. The offer has already opened. It opened on the 25th of November. It's closing on the 5th of December. So if you're looking to invest, please make sure you do so before the 5th of December. Now, for you to invest, you need to have a CDS account. Now, this is not the same CSD account that you have for investing in government bonds. If you're already investing in stocks, then that is the CDS account that you'd use for this. Once you invest and your bid is successful, then that is where they'll credit this bond to. If you don't already have one, the account opening process is free and quite easy. You visit your preferred broker and you're able to go through the process, and within 48 to 72 hours the account will be opened. I would also want us to pick two key features, additional features that were not highlighted on the public announcement. Now, as I said, this is a green bond, which basically means that Safaricom is promising that the proceeds from this bond are going to go towards green, environmental friendly projects that they're currently running. Now, it being a green bond, then it is tax exempt, so the coupon that you'll be earning is not going to be subjected to tax. So that's one key additional feature that is very important for us to also take note of. The other bit is on the default rate, and I've received questions on this, where on the pricing supplement they have added default rate is a fixed rate of interest plus 2%. So then the question is, does this mean that Safaricom is going to default on the bond? Well, highly unlikely. This is just there so that we get to know as investors that if, again I emphasize, if Safaricom fails to pay interest on time, then the interest that they owe automatically increases by an extra 2% for that time. Now, if let's say they delay the June payment, then the amount they owe you will now start earning interest at 12.4% until they are able to fully settle it. Now this, I believe this is there just to protect us as investors, because you can imagine this coupon, this interest that should have been paid is money maybe you'd have reinvested somewhere else and you'd be earning interest. So that opportunity cost needs to be compensated for. And it also just encourages the issuer to be able to make payment on time. So it does not mean that Safaricom is going to default. It's just a standard in bond documentation, especially for corporate bonds. I would want us as well to just maybe just have a skim through the points that we need to consider as we, finally just put our thoughts together and decide whether to put money in this bond. As a bond, again, just remember that this is a fixed income security, so there's predictable income. I invest my 100,000 in this bond. It's going to pay me a 10.4% per annum, which means I should be expecting 10,400 a year, paid semi-annually, so that's 5,200 every 6 months. It is tax-free, as we've said, because it's a green bond. The minimum investment is 50,000 in increments of 10,000. Because it will be listed on the Nairobi Securities Exchange, then if you at some point you want to sell, you can be able to come and sell it in the market. But that will be dependent on a lot of factors. What are the current rates, then, which of course will have a very big play on the demand that there will be for your already existing bond. It's a 5-year bond, so just make sure the money that you're looking to invest is not money that you will need soon, even though it is listed and you can come and sell it within these 5 years. You should be comfortable with that 5-year period in case you're not able to sell. It's money that you can be able to wait up until maturity. So with that, I believe we have enough information for us to be able to make an informed decision. If you are looking to invest in it, please make sure you have a CDS account with a broker. As I explained, it's not the same CSD account for investing in bonds. It is the same account that you would invest in stocks. If you don't already have one, it's free to open, and it takes maybe 48 to 72 hours to open. So happy investing.